Hello everyone, and welcome to our latest webinar installment, using Xero to create and manage a budget. My name is Lauren Lambden and I am the practice manager here at VI Partners. I have close to 10 years experience in Xero, 6 years accounting and bookkeeping experience, and I've been at VI Partners for just over 9 years. In the present economic environment, you may be evaluating your overall financial situation and aiming to enhance your management of cash flow and expenditures. For those currently subscribed to Xero, a convenient and straightforward approach to achieve this is by utilising the budget feature. So in today's session, we'll be covering what is a budget and why is it important to establish one, how to set a budget in Xero. Once your budget has been set, how to run a budget summary report and a budget variance report. And finally, what other add-ons or help is available to you if you want more of an advanced approach when it comes to budgeting. So what is a budget and why is it important? A budget is a financial plan that outlines an individual's or an organisation's projected income and expenses over a specified period of time. Budgets typically encompass various categories such as income sources, fixed and variable expenses, savings goals, and investments. And a budget plays a vital role in various key areas. So firstly, it provides a structure framework for effective goal setting. It serves as a strategic tool for comprehensive financial planning, and it facilitates prudent resource allocation, ensuring that funds are optimally distributed across various needs and priorities. It is also important for things like expense management, debt management, cash flow management, decision making, and finally, control and monitoring. So now that we understand in more detail what a budget actually is and all those really key reasons why it is important that we have one, we can dive into how to set a budget using Xero. I'll take you through a live demonstration of how to do this. So let's jump on over to our Xero demo company and get started. Okay. So we're in our demo company now, and from the dashboard, we want to click into the accounting menu and click on reports. We want to find and open the budget manager, which sits under this financial performance subheading. You can just see it right here. You can also use the search field in the top right-hand corner to find that report really easy. So we can search budget, here's the budget manager, and this is where we will create our budget. So if we click on that to open that up, okay. So the overall budget, which has appeared here now, is the default budget worksheet provided in your Xero file. So first of all, you will need to click into this start field. This is the first field that we're going to look at. And this is the month you want your budget to start from. So we'll do it from July 2023. We'll leave that as is. But if you wanted to change that to an earlier month, you can do so. The actuals, this is the number of actuals you'd like to show for comparison. So I'm going to change this to 6 months of actuals, which will help me determine my budget figures going forward and show me 6 months worth of actual figures that have happened in my Xero file. And finally, the period section. This is the number of months that you want in your budget. So I'm going to leave that as 12 months as I want to prepare a budget for the next 12 months. So I'll update that now. So that just updates those filters based on those changes that we made. Now we can begin entering our budgeted amounts into each account field. So the actuals that I spoke about, they give us really good guidance on prior month totals and gives us a good starting place for determining our budget amounts. As you can see here, oops, I'll just scroll over here. So as you can see here, we've got actual figures sitting in my demo company from May and June. So these were actual figures of sales. If I scroll down, actual cleaning, etc., etc. So all we need to do is start by filtering in all of the sections in our budget manager. I'm just scrolling across. All right. So I'm just going to put in some dummy data here. Bear with me just while I type in some numbers. And of course, this is just all off the top of my head. So just think that I'm definitely not spending $536 on bank fees. But as you can see, as I work down all of the operating expense accounts, all of the sales accounts, we start to build a little bit of this budget picture. So if I kept on working down, I'll just put in a couple more. We can see that our net profit estimate starts to build and change based on our budgeted amounts. So if your net profit down the bottom here doesn't match what your business financial goals are, this is where you can start tweaking those budget amounts and look at how you can reduce those costs. For example, my $536 in bank fees, or increase our revenue, our $5,000 that I estimated for the month. We can then use these green arrows to fill other boxes. So we have formulas in the budget manager. So if I just scroll down a little bit further. So if I click on one of these green arrows, I'll give you an example. So we can apply a formula for this amount. We can apply 3 different formula options. We can apply a fixed amount to each month of $655. We can adjust by an amount each month, which is quite self-explanatory. It will just increase by that amount each month. And we can adjust by percentage each month. Again, quite self-explanatory. It will just increase that amount by a certain percentage as the months go on. So I want to just say that I want to apply a fixed amount of $700 each month. Apply, and you can see my freight and courier account, that $700 has carried over every single month in my budget. So once you've got all your figures in, you're happy with everything, you just scroll down and you hit save. You can click save at any point in time to save your changes and come back and change things or add things in if you're only halfway through. So a quick side note, that decimals will be rounded up to the nearest dollar if 50 cents over, or down to the nearest dollar if under 50 cents. I'll just jump back into our presentation. So now that we have created our budget, you can now compare your budgeted figures against your organization's actuals by running either the budget summary report or the budget variance report. So we'll start today with the budget summary report. So the budget summary report provides a summary of your overall budget or any additional budgets you've created. You need the advisor or the standard plus reports or a read-only user role to access this type of reporting. An example of this report is on the screen for you, as you can see, but let's get into a live demo in our demo company and I can show you how to run this report. So I'll just flick back. So we'll start again from the dashboard. So from the dashboard, we want to click on our accounting tab and again, go back into our report section. We want to then find and open the budget summary report. Again, I'm going to use that top right-hand search feature to do so. And there's the budget summary report. We'll wait for that to load up. Oh. There we go. So that's then brought up that report. So this is our budget here. So in the from section, we want to select the month that we want to start reporting from. So I'm going to pull it back a couple of months. And see if that gives us a little bit more data. Under period, you need to select how many months at a time you want to display in each column. So I'm just going to leave it as 1 month, but you can view each month individually or grouped in blocks of 2, 3, 6, or 12. And then finally, you choose how many number of periods you want to show. I'm just going to leave that as 12, and then we can click update. So this is our report, our budget summary report. These are all our figures that I entered in previously. You'll remember that I had that $700 freight and courier amount that I formula across over, and my really high $536 bank fees compared to my prior months of $20. So you have the ability now to export this report to Excel or PDF or Google Sheet. You can also save this report as a draft or publish the report. Publishing the report, what that does is it just creates a finalized version in your Xero file. So that's the overall budget summary report. I'll just jump back into our slides. Okay, perfect. So now that we know what the budget summary report looks like, let's talk about the budget variance report, which is a favorite of mine. So the budget variance report, it lets you compare your actual revenue and expenses with your budgeted amounts. So you can change the budgets within the report if you have more than one, and you can also pick your own date range. Now, the standard report includes variance columns, which highlight the difference between one amount and another. And the arrow icons show whether a variance is an increase, an up arrow, or a decrease, a down arrow, and whether it's a favorable number, which is highlighted in green, or an unfavorable number, which is in red. So an example of this report is on the screen for you. As you can see, we've got red arrows, some green arrows, and it's showing us variance amounts and various percentages for certain accounts. So let's jump back into our demo company and I'll show you a demonstration of how to run this report in your Xero file. We'll again start back on our dashboard, a good place to start. And we want to go into that same place that we've been in earlier. So we'll click on the accounting tab and click on reports. I'll use my search feature to find that budget variance report that I'm wanting to run. So budget variance, which is where we compare your actual figures with budgeted figures. Bring that up. Okay, so we'll choose a date range. I'm going to go with this financial year. We choose our budget. If you have more than one budget set up in Xero, you'll be able to change that here. But if you've only got one budget set, it will just default, and the only option you'll be able to see is overall budget. You can then apply further filters if you wanted to, such as if you were using tracking categories, and that's done in this section here. But I'm just going to leave this blank for today's exercise, and we'll click update. So this is our budget variance report. You can see here that these are our actual figures here, the ones with the blue hyperlink. We can then expand them if we needed to. For example, if we're wondering how we got to 38,000 for that period, it's a live link and it takes you to that data that makes up that amount. And these are our budget amounts overall for 2024. You can see our positive and negative arrows and our variance percentage as well. So you can then again choose to export this report PDF, Excel, or you can also edit it further if you wish, changing things like columns that are appearing or formatting in any way. So that's the budget variance report. Once you've got your budget set up, this is your main report to run to see how your performance is tracking and see if you're hitting those budgets, going over, going under. I'll just jump back into our presentation slides. Okay, so with that, we wrap up the live demonstration section showcasing the execution of those 2 budget reports within Xero. So now that you've witnessed the capabilities of Xero's budget manager and explored the insightful reports for monitoring a budget figure, let's delve into some possibilities when opting for a more sophisticated strategy in managing both your budget and your cash flow. So Xero has a range of add-ons that are available to be connected to your Xero file. There's different functions and industries, all types of things, lots and lots in the App Store. So you're able to jump into the Xero App Store at any time and search and discover new applications that power all different functions. And this is where you can find add-on apps that take budgeting up another level compared to just the basic budget manager that I showed you earlier. Keep in mind that these applications are additional to your current Xero subscription, so will always require an extra additional cost, but sometimes that return on investment is greater than any cost that you'll be paying. If you do find yourself slightly daunted by the concepts and require expert advice in this realm, rest assured we are able to assist you. At VI Partners, we do have a variety of cash flow services on offer, whether it's assisting with the budget or making forecasts. Our team is here and available, so do not hesitate to get into contact with our office, schedule an appointment on our website if need be, and we can explore how we can support you in fostering that consistent cash flow, allowing you to channel your energy back into your business. So in conclusion, today's webinar has covered what is a budget, the reasons why it is important to have a budget, how to set a budget in Xero using the budget manager tool, really simple, really great feature, very underutilized. The 2 reports that you then can use to monitor and track your budget in Xero. And then finally, we briefly touched on what other add-ons are available or what other help is available to you in this field. So I do sincerely appreciate your time today and your participation in the webinar. Speaking on behalf of VI Partners, I trust you've gained valuable insights from today's session. Should you seek additional support in this domain, please feel free to visit our website and request an appointment. Otherwise, thank you as always, and we'll be talking again soon.